Hello everyone, Solomon here. It's February 2024, the 24th, Saturday. So, I worked a week. I'm approaching like 60 hours this week or something. 48 plus 8 equals 54. I don't know, maybe like 54 hours. Yeah, give or take 60 hours. Best case scenario. I worked this week. What did I do during that time? Did I live my life to the fullest? Did I live out my potential? Did I appease the gods of choosing the best decisions for myself and maximizing my potential? Did I satisfy myself, or did I just cave in to self-gratification, instant gratification? Did I cave in to what they call social validation? Did I just go around buying nice things or lusting, for beautiful women? All those things may be very true, but what I do know is that I put in the work to get my pay at work. I worked hard for my money, but does working hard generally equate to rags to riches stories? No, it doesn't. Your government could be just some pompous asshole who just takes all of it, ends up tricking you or deceiving you or grifting you or scamming you, and you could have nothing. That's what happened to my cousin's family back in the day when the communists took over in Vietnam, the Vietnam War. Happens a lot in these Southeast Asian countries. Grifters, scammers, like these totalitarian, like asshole governments. It's just a thing. You have very hardworking, normal, like ass people. Black, white, Asian, fugly motherfucking normal ass people like me, just toiling the earth and working and shit. You expect that they're like managers and supervisors and, beyond that, directors and government would support them. But no, it's not the case. You just get used and abused, and, they laugh at you if you lose all your money and your shirt. And that's why, you have things like the army having hard time finding more soldiers and recruitment, because no one wants to be used and abused and forgotten like a tree stump. And that's what happens. Except it's more apparent in war, but it's people are expendable in the workforce as well. It's sad, but that's how it works. How else you're trading time for money? But that's probably a lesson you have to learn on this earth. I'm not here to preach or tell you like baby stories. This is what you find out when you get older. They don't give a fuck. It's all about social validation. They know how to manipulate you. It's all about social validation. They give you your honors, your medals, and no disrespect to anyone who has a Purple Heart or whatever, but I see this all the time with veterans. You sacrifice your body, literally your body, the only like vessel you have on this planet. That's you, that defines you, like a lot of you, not everything. And you're getting ripped up and shredded in a war. And that's not fun. That's not fun out at all. You're maybe hearing impaired because of bombs and explosions and firearms and all kinds of crazy shit. You might have stab wounds. One veteran, old dude, told me he was a veteran, and he was a tunnel rat in Vietnam War. So, like, it's terrible. And he couldn't go into the CAT scan machine because he had, like, he told me he had problems, he had issues, going into tight spaces because of this job he had as a tunnel rat. How he was still alive, I don't know. He may have been in his 80s later, in his 80s. Thankfully, he could still walk and, do basic things. But those are the sacrifices people make so that we have the present moment here. There's the American flag and whatnot, and we've been a nation of weak ass men. We could have been taken over by Russia, China, possibly Germany in World War II. I mean, it just is. It's not nice, and it's hard for us normal ass people to conceptualize that there are people out there who are trying to overthrow you. For what? For your home, for your living space, for your basic needs. And people are scary. People are fucking scary. That's why rich people, they don't allow anyone to come to their home if they don't know you. They're scared that you'll take their home, that you'll grift them. You can't even talk to them because they probably experienced this before. In the movie 7 Years in Tibet, they didn't allow Brad Pitt to come to Tibet because they're scared of him, that he would try to grift them and steal their land somehow. And that's what people do. That's probably what they experience. Everyone's all nice and smiling and shit. Then you invite them to your house and it's a Trojan horse. They come out attacking you, suing you, claiming that this property or this land is theirs and all this other shit, and and they're trying to overthrow you. You're just supposed to be there to be a guest. Now you're just trying to fucking mooch off everyone, or just fucking kill everyone and take their stuff and their land. That's what happens. That's what happens with human beings. It's very sad. In these ages, we have Amazon, trucks and stuff getting looted all over the state. Robberies and everything, even cybercrime. Anything that thieves in the night can steal, they will steal. Carburetors underneath the car, and you think I'm being funny. These are news. People kill. Adult themes. There are killings, there are robberies, there's cybercrime. It's just the wicked doesn't sleep. Why is it like this? Well, when Chad and Tyrone has all these kids at the age of 14 and shit, he can't take care of those kids, let alone himself. So you just have a lot of rampant ass degenerates just running around with no culture, basically. And it's just it's just a dog world, and you got thousands of kids on welfare and food stamps and just trying to survive, and they have nothing to lose. And so the rich people, the 1%, just cower away in their $1 million towers and McMansions, and that's how it is. And everyone else is just running on Hunger Games. Society doesn't function 100%. Maybe 70%, 75%, maybe even at 50%. But but the people who do evil, not everyone's gonna do evil. They may not be able to get away with it. So you're talking about young people. you're talking about young people. They're able to, do this kind of shit because they're able-bodied. If you're older, and you can't be doing this shit. You just get tired too easily, physically, mentally, emotionally. But does anyone else have anything better to do, with their time? Probably not. That's the saddest thing. People don't have skills. They don't have a business. They don't have reputation. They're not even trying to build their reputation. They have nothing else to lose. It's very sad. Building a name for yourself. Even if you built your own tower, you built your own home, you built your own nest egg, people, now you're the target of these, said criminals. The younger generation that doesn't have anything. Who else are they gonna attack? You, me. It's just like, damn. The more stuff you have, the more of a vector you are of getting attacked. You know how many times Elon Musk gets attacked and sued and shit all over. He doesn't even need to meet anyone. He doesn't need to see anyone. He just gets attacked. Sexual harassment. All these weird things. The Tesla factory and stuff. He doesn't even need his employees. He's responsible for them too. There's just too much shit going on. So much shit that's going on that my brain decided to just shut down. Affirmative action. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, he's at fault for not enforcing affirmative action at all this other bullshit, too. Shit. You have racial problems, you have economic problems, you got criminal problems, you got territorial, political problems. It's just humanity is just a shitstorm of people just trying to take everything for themselves. So, the less you have, the more you gain. The more peace of mind you have. If you have 10 homes, then you're responsible for 10 property tax bills, So to pay those 10 bills, you have to be charging rent and shit. And that requires work. Not to mention, there's going to be a tenant that complains, the heater's not on. The heater's broken. The dishwasher. The vacuum cleaner. The floor is dirty. There's cockroaches. There's no air conditioning. And all this kinds. All kinds of crazy bullshit. I can't even walk down the street. So much bullshit. Everyone thinks they're gonna be winning $1 million because they see me with this vlog camera or something. I'm paying no attention to anyone else but my own asshole activities. I'm like a magnet. Again, you get these magnet situations where everyone just at some point just meets me, and I'm just like, the fuck? And everyone's like, oh no, it's him. It's like, no, I don't give two shits about you. It's cold, I don't give a fuck, and no one cares. Step 1. no one gives a fuck. 2, it's cold outside. 3, it's fucking cold outside. And 4, no one fucking cares. You know, you're not making money off of me. I'm not making money off of you. Who the fuck cares? But there are some people who are so narcissistic that they think that this video is about them. That somehow my presence is somehow synchronizes with their story somehow. Sorry, no, I literally don't give a fuck, you know. I'm not your father, I'm not your uncle, I'm probably not your anything. Which is, you know, a unique position I have in life. I'm not anyone's anything. Most of the time, I'm not anyone's anything, and if I am, then it's probably because of working. And that's it. That's the only time I am somebody to somebody else. Shit. Solomon Chow syndrome. Pretending to not be anybody. Some men are like, I'm the policeman, I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm an uncle, you know, I'm the community chief or whatever the fuck. But me, I'm just like, I've seen you people. You're annoying. I'm annoying. Everyone's fucking annoying. I'm just gonna do my own fucking thing and not fucking care. And life is good. Life is good like that. As long as no one cares too much, everyone can do their own thing, you know. It's like at a sports game. When people care too much, they start fighting. You know, my team this, my team that. You know, the stadium collapses and shit. People get too emotional. They start fighting and killing each other. Society just collapses. You know, my take on it is stoicism. They have a philosophy for this stoicism. I know it's not about being a psychopath, a sociopath, just being emotionless, but you know, that's my take on it. How to not give a fuck. That's my take on it. That's how I practice it. You know, other people may use it differently, out of compassion or whatever. I simply just don't fucking care. I love not caring. And I hate people who care too much, especially about someone like me who doesn't care about them. Because I don't care about them, it forces them to care about me for some reason. I don't know why. It's just how it is. You know, if you ignore a woman, you know, she starts going crazy. You know, she starts asking all these questions and shit. You know, if you're the guy and you're chasing her, it's her who's trying to run away. When you don't give two fucks, she's gonna be coming after you because she's like, where's my attention? Why isn't this guy interested in me? What, you know, she starts getting curious. She's curious. Why isn't he chasing me? This doesn't make any sense. You know, is he interested in me? Blah, 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 blah. What can I get out of him? Blah, 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 blah. Is he the father of my child? Blah, 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 blah. Where's my child support? You know, all this grifting shit. So we stumble here on the river of life. I didn't come here to see people. I came here to see nature. Jesus. See, nature shuts the fuck up and it does its own thing. I can guarantee you, most people They talk for 10 minutes and don't do work. Maybe 1% of what they do actually does anything. Lazy ass motherfuckers. But nature just doesn't give a fuck, and it just keeps flowing like time. That's what I'm observing. Nature doesn't care about your fucking complaints. Doesn't care about your bitching. Doesn't care about your whining. It just does its thing, like gravity. It's always there. It does its thing. Humans, they always try to scheme. They always try to manipulate. They always try to, influence you, make friends and influence people for all the wrong reasons, so then they can get likes and subscribes and, passive income and monetize everything and sign up for their Patreon and newsletters and all this fucking shit that you don't need and spam and, the fuck. Nature doesn't need that shit, okay? Doesn't need all that fucking technology. You can go off grid, not give a fuck, and it would still operate. Nature would still operate. You don't have to pay anyone for this river. It will still motherfucking be a fucking river, okay? It doesn't require money. My God, every single little thing about people is about territory, square footage, money this, money that. And if it were that case, I don't want to get involved. I bet civil engineers had to get paid for this bridge and construction, and the construction people and the town. Great, property taxes did their job. Mother Nature has to go on, and that's all I need to know. Gosh. So I'm probably going to be talking and bullshitting for the rest of this vlog, because I just want to appreciate being a vlogger. And let's continue walking to the park. I see other people's YouTube channels. I always wanted to be a YouTuber myself. Like, maybe I can do that. Maybe it's so easy, Maybe I can make, money doing YouTube. No, they're, delusional. Most people are fucking delusional. I'm delusional. To think that I could just live in a world where I would not get attacked at some point. Of course I'm gonna get motherfucking attacked. Verbally, someone's opinion, whatever it is. Especially if I had money or whatever, people would attack me. They would come after me, just like they came after Ty Lopez. After they found out, he was a big Googler, YouTuber, whatever you want to call it, influencer. One of his maids said she slipped on a fucking banana in one of his 10 room mansions or something that he bought, And that's what happens, Everyone comes after you. Everyone and their grandmother comes after you for all the dumbest of shit. Damn. That's what happens. People with low value, which would be a vast majority of us who are delusional, don't have anything else better to do but to sue someone who is. Like I just said, it's like the domino thing. You're building everything up. You built up this nest egg. The next thing you know, criminals and degenerates and low-value people are going to come after you. Because they're low-value people. They have nothing else to contribute to the world or whatever. That's what it is. The Indian caste system. The Brahmins, the lawyers and doctors, engineers, scientists. Then you have the office workers and teachers or whatever. And then you just have all the other degenerates. The whole meshes of the world. I don't know. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Isn't it? As time goes on, to be on the upper layer of society, to be a lawyer or a doctor or some kind of bullshit artist, the price of it just goes up. You have to provide more value. You have to pay for more schooling. You have to get more degrees. This is an endless cycle of bullshit. It's just so much bullshit. That's why I just stopped my going back to school. I've just been work at the hospital for the rest of my life or whatever. Because I just identify this whole, schematic as bullshit. I'd be okay, with this job I have, and that's it. Some people just go on because they out of passion, because that's what they really want. Unless I really wanted it, to get a PhD, to get a doctorate, I would go after it. But just how the system is and how much work and effort you have to do is just too much for me. It's just not worth it. I mean, I might as well just live in like one of those like an SUV or something, in a Mercedes Sprinter van, put a toilet in it or something, and just live out my days, and throw a fucking bed in there. I guess that's what some men do to obtain their freedom here in the United States. In New York City especially, I saw YouTube videos about that too. Men and some women actually just started living in their van because the price of housing is just too goddamn much. And people just don't have that much value. They don't have them. By the time you're like 22, that's out. You're supposed to be in like pre-med or law school. Like, you're supposed to have a 2400, whatever it is, a perfect score on the SATs. You're supposed to have a perfect score on the LSATs, on the MCATs. Like, are you serious? That shit was motherfucking hard. I mean, damn, and they're expecting you to get perfect scores. You're just a number, It's just like Hitler's concentration camp. The only way out is by scoring a perfect grade on these things. But yeah, that's the Hunger Games. I heard it was to solve for coders and programmers and Googlers leak code. You need to take 3 hours to solve one leak code. They interviewed one girl, she did 200 of them. And, you have to be that motherfucking smart, Let me tell you, they don't build people like that, on a massive scale, Most people, as I told you, are degenerates or assholes or just someone like me who doesn't give a fuck and fits all the stereotypes. That doesn't say much about myself, but whatever. At this point, I don't care. I'm probably one of the few people who tries to not have this big ass ego. God, I don't care. It's fucking nature will take care of it, okay? As Steve Jobs said, one of the best inventions in life is death. Okay? Death to your wars, death to your lawsuits, death to your giant ass ego. Steve Jobs did it all, had it all, and just fucking died. His worst fear was being the richest man in the graveyard. So there you go. So just live your life. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.